Would I be the asshole if I don't return the car my friend bought me as a birthday present? It was my birthday a few weeks ago and my friend Luke bought me a car as a birthday present because I didn't have one. It's nothing fancy, but I'm beyond grateful to him because having a car has made my life so much easier. Unfortunately, my boyfriend isn't happy that Luke gave me such an expensive gift. He said it's inappropriate for another man to buy me a car, so he wants me to return it. Most of our friends are on his side and agree it's weird for Luke to have bought me the car. I've known Luke my whole life and he's practically family, so I don't see it the same way as them. None of my family find it weird, and my brother told me that Luke said I should sell the car if I didn't want it, but he wouldn't take it back. I keep fighting with my boyfriend over the car and he refuses to even sit in it now, but I really don't think I should return it as I know Luke and he'll just be offended. Would I be the asshole if I don't return it? Tell him you'll get rid of it as soon as the car he buys you gets there. Shoot girl. Keep the car and return the boyfriend to the sender, his mama. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. Return the boyfriend, keep the car. Red flag alert. Your boyfriend sounds controlling. He can find it odd, he can be puzzled, yes. But to tell you that you should return it, no. Keep the car, lose the boyfriend. Because what is his solution to you not having a car? Is he going to buy you one? Of course not. Dude needs to be quiet. WIBTA. Surely your boyfriend also benefits from your having a car, and who cares what everyone else thinks about it? Your boyfriend needs to lose his toxic masculinity mentality. Am I the asshole? Adult daughter lives for free with us, wants us to pay to upgrade Wi-Fi for her. We love our daughter and we have a good relationship. She had a breakup and moved home in July temporarily. 6 months? 12 months? We are more than happy to help out and she can stay as long as she needs to, but she is complaining about our Wi-Fi coverage and how it's affecting her ability to do her job remotely. She can be pretty frugal and has asked us to pay for an extender that will cover her bedroom. We said, no way, after laughing a little bit. To be fair, our AT&T Wi-Fi has always been spotty at either end of our large home, so we can understand her issue. However, she's a grown woman with a good job making good money and has significant savings. Significantly ahead of where others her age are, 28-30. My wife and I are retired empty nesters and our Wi-Fi works perfectly well for us. She has other options to connect, plenty of room in the finished basement, but doesn't like to work there due to furniture, one room, or lack of windows, other 2 rooms. We can afford to do whatever we want with our house but find it off-putting that she wouldn't just buy, rent the extender and be done with it. We don't charge rent, we pay for groceries, she has dietary restrictions so she does buy some of her own as well, and we cook or provide dinner 6 days a week, she cooks 1 dinner a week. We believe her asking, expecting us to pay for this, since it's your house, is over the top. Mind you, we're also paying for a family vacation, flights, hotel, rental car, attractions, park tickets, meals, in a month. We get that children get used to parents paying for everything, but this one has us alternately laughing out loud and scratching our heads. She refuses to pay anything for the extender, on principle, and so I guess it's on principle that we're refusing. Are we the ass? Not the asshole. As an adult daughter living with my parents, fuck that. I pay rent plus my share of all household bills plus my own food. What fucking principle? Not the asshole. You sound like great parents, but you may have spoiled her just a wee bit. That's some top-tier levels of entitlement. My adult kid moved home and wanted upgraded Wi-Fi. He said, I'll upgrade it and pay the bill, so he now pays the full bill. He also contributes to other expenses. He's an adult, he understands he's living mortgage and rent-free. He'd never in his wildest dreams expect to be expenses-free on top of that. This is how respectful adults who are not entitled behave. I'd be having a very firm, contribute or leave, discussion if I was in your position. Not the asshole. That's something that needs to come out of her pocket. And speaking as an employed adult still living at home, think about requiring some kind of rent from her. It doesn't need to be crazy, but she needs a reminder that this isn't a free ride. She's a grown woman with a good job making good money and has significant savings. So why is she living at home? Significantly ahead of where others her age are. She's living at home, so no, she's not. And she won't even pay for stuff she needs. Stop kidding yourself that she's significantly ahead of anyone. Why did you raise such an entitled and helpless person? Not the asshole for not buying the range extender, but you have some responsibility for how your daughter turned out. That means you don't just get to take credit for the good parts. Not the asshole. If your daughter has a good job, she can pony up for the extender while living for free at home. Am I the asshole if I tell my parents that my sister never graduated college 20 years ago? Would I be the asshole? Let me start out this post as I am a 40 that has returned to college to finish my degree. My sister, 47, lied to our parents over 20 years ago that she graduated college. The reason why I know it was a lie: she came to me when I was a senior in high school and told me that she had dropped out of college the year prior. She was upset and she didn't know what to do, and I told her everything would be okay and that I wouldn't tell mom and dad. My parents pressed for a while to see her grades and to see her diploma, but she always was able to make up excuses or avoid answering questions. Eventually, they just quit asking. They were so excited she had graduated and would tell everyone. Through the years, she's had other issues and lied to my parents about those, and me being the only one that knew the actual truth about them. For many years, it didn't bother me that she lied to my parents about it, especially since the last 2 years she was supposedly on scholarship. I also know that my parents were pushing her into a degree she did not want. But I guess 20 plus years of living in my sister's shadow and always being told how great her degree is and how great she is. It's finally just getting to me. My parents have made me feel like what I have accomplished in life is never good enough. Even now, returning to college, they make comments that my degree isn't going to be as valuable as hers, even though she's never worked in her degree field. I've been contemplating for a while just letting the truth come out, but I think I would actually feel worse. I guess I'm just looking to see what other people's opinion are on the situation, if I would be the asshole if I told my parents the whole truth. WIBTA. Your beef is with your parents, not your sister. You are also 40 years old. You need to work through your relationship with your parents independent of whatever they feel towards your sister. Letting them know about your sister's degree isn't going to materially change anything. They aren't suddenly going to respect you more, they're just going to respect her less, and you are not in competition with your sister. At 40 years old, I think it's time to move past using your parents' feelings about your accomplishments as a barometer for success. If they will never be satisfied, then they will just never be satisfied. Ultimately, the only person that needs to be happy with the direction of your life is you. You are the asshole. There are other ways to get your parents to stop comparing the two of you without also betraying your sister's trust in you. For starters, you might tell them that every time they compare you two, you're either hanging up or leaving their presence, and then, you follow through with the threat. Congratulations on finishing your college degree, by the way. So, you want to throw your sister under the bus because your parents are assholes? Does your sister act superior or use her fake degree to make you feel less than? Or is she just living her life? If the latter, why WBTA? Why WBTA? Your reason seems to be jealousy. You made a promise and you should keep your word, not let pettiness or shitty parents convince you otherwise. You are 40, it's time to work on letting your parents' snide comments get to you. Mom, I don't appreciate you comparing me to my sister or talking to me that way. If you don't stop, I'm ending the conversation. Eventually, they'll get the picture. Once you have your own stuff going on, the sting of their disapproval will lessen. Why WBTA? But your parents are the true asshole here. Just tell them that you're sorry they're not proud of you for continuing to improve your life and advance your skills. Let them know it is disappointing. But don't trash your sister. If they bring her up, just tell them that you hate the way they always compare you and move on. Don't tattle. You're too old for that. Your motivation for spilling the beans is basically that your parents don't respect you, but this would not gain you respect, merely remove it from another child, adult. Am I the asshole for hoarding food in my room? I-16F bought a mini fridge for my room. My lifestyle is fairly healthy, I work out, eat healthy, and so on. I store my meal prepped food in my mini fridge, including some fruits and vegetables that I don't want my family eating. I recently bought a watermelon and cut it up and put it into containers. I feel a little guilty about putting it into my mini fridge. My mom called it hoarding food. I don't think it's that way at all. I just don't want my family eating my 0% cottage cheese, which is a couple dollars more than regular 2%, and food that I use to meal prep for. My dad was looking for cottage cheese yesterday, and my mom used the rest of the 2%. My mom said that I used all mine. I had it in the main fridge for a day or two. I lied and said I ate it all so I didn't have to share the 0% cottage cheese. Am I the asshole for hoarding food? Edit. Whatever is in my room is what I bought. I do not take food out of the main fridge and store it in my room. Edit number 2. I do not have an eating disorder. And my parents do provide me with food. I am not left fending for myself. I just buy the more expensive foods I like better for healthier choices. Lol. Not the asshole. You're not hoarding food. You're buying yourself a few little things and storing them in your fridge. It'd be different if you were taking food bought for the whole family and hiding it in your fridge, but that's not what's happening. It's not your responsibility to buy food for your whole family. It's not even okay that you're having to buy your own food, but I applaud your resourcefulness to be able to buy what you put in your mini fridge so that you can meal prep as planned. I don't have any good advice for how to get them to let it go, but you are definitely not the asshole. Maybe tell them you're practicing being more independent and learning how to budget. Not the asshole if you bought all of the food that you keep in your mini fridge. And good for you for keeping the fridge stocked with fruits and veggies. Since you bought the food and you can't trust your parents to respect that it is in fact yours and not theirs, then not the asshole. As parents, Hubs and I buy food for the whole family to share, but even then there are times we'll get treats. That food gets labeled and can only be touched by its owner. Not the asshole to me. Having foods for yourself as someone who is strict with diet and exercise is normal behavior. It almost becomes a necessity to only eat what is planned, for nutrition, not just to eat, so if they eat it, it will unfortunately throw off your routine, which is why I imagine it's easier to buy your own, prep, and not share. Unfortunately, though, this isn't something which is always easily understood by people who do not have the same routine and mindset. Not the asshole, but I am curious. Did you get this mini fridge because your family doesn't respect you and eats your food even though you tell them not to, or did you get this mini fridge because you don't want the possibility of them eating your food? It seems strange and unnecessarily complex to have your own food in your room instead of the main fridge as a teenager living with their parents.